Satanic Verses is a novel by Salman Rushdie that was published in 1988 and inspired partially by the life of Muhammad, the Prophet of Islam. This book is a fictional story about two people that fall to the earth from the sky from a hijacked plane flying from India to England. While they fall to their deaths, they are magically saved and go through a miraculous transformation. One becomes angelic and one evil. Farishta is the angelic one who, upon falling to the earth, develops schizophrenia, while Gabriel, the evil one, gets arrested and suffers from an ordeal of police abuse because he is suspected to be an illegal immigrant. Both of them struggle to piece their lives back together. This book contains dreams and vision sequences by Farishta. These visions contained thematic details as well as common motives of divine revelation, religious faith, and doubt. One of these sequences contains most of the elements that have been criticized as offensive to Muslims. It is a transformed re-narration of the story of Muhammad. This dream states that Muhammad believed in polytheistic deities, but that he takes it back by saying that the devil told him to say so. It also holds a brothel portion where the women working there identify themselves as Muhammad's wives, and there's controversy if Muhammad wrote the Quran. Farishta has many visions and dreams in this book, but this specific dream is where the Satanic Verses is introduced. I chose this book because it was recommended to me, and as I got into the research, it struck my interest because there's a lot of violence surrounding this book and to the Muslims. To the Muslims, this book is an insult to Muhammad, which is a no-no in their religion, and the Satanic Verses is completely banned in most Muslim countries. 5 months after the book was released, Iran's religious and political leader sentenced Rushdie and his associates to death with a bounty that eventually rose to more than 5 million. Rushdie went into hiding under British government protection and remained in fearful seclusion for 6 years after that. During this time, the Japanese translator of the Satanic Verses actually was stabbed to death, and attempts were made on the life of the Italian translator as well and Norwegian publisher of the book. The death sentence persists even after the death of their original political leader of Muslim that sentenced it to him. So he's still, in fear of being arrested and given the death sentence because of this book. So I would say that this is one of the, if not the most controversial book that there ever was. In my opinion, I don't think that all of this violence surrounding this book is necessary. I do understand if they want to ban the book in their own country and stuff like that, but giving the death sentence for someone who is just expressing their creative freedom in speech and wrote a book that is 100% fictional, to be fair, and don't think it was intentional to offend anybody. So I'm going to read one of the excerpts from the book. Let's see. The following is the most moving and shattering of the novel, describing Gabriel Mohound, who is portrayed as Muhammad. His name is Mohound in the book. And as anguished and self-doubting, sometimes doubtful, possibly even calculating as he prepares to hear the revelation in a blinding the deal of the three goddesses in what would come to be known as the Satanic Verses. So here it goes. Oh, my vanity, I am an ignorant man. Is this weakness? Is this a dream of power? Must I betray myself for a seat on the council? Is this sensible and wise, or is it hollow and self-loving? I don't even know if the grandee is sincere. Does he know? Perhaps not even he. I am weak and he is strong. The offer gives him many ways of ruining me, but I, too, have much to gain. The souls of the city of the world, surely they are worth 3 angels. Is Allah so unbending that he will not embrace 3 more to save the human race? I don't know anything. Should God be proud or humble, majestic or simple, unyielding or what kind of idea is he? What kind am I?